Welcome back to PSL Living. I'm Sarah Prohaska, Communications Manager here at the City of Port St. Lucie. For my first guest, I am pleased to welcome Linda McCarthy. She is our new Civic Center Director, and she is going to fill us in on all the wonderful things happening at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center and just some of the new ideas that she's going to bring to our lovely facility over in the east side of Port St. Lucie. So welcome, Linda.
Thank you, Sarah.
So much.
It's great to be here.
I appreciate it. So you have been on board with the city for how many?
I've been here about 3 months.
3 months.
And it's been a wonderful experience so far.
Mm-hmm.
The Civic Center has such great potential.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy to be here. I have a lot of experience in Civic Center facility management.
Yeah.
I come from a background of about 30 years of managing convention centers, theaters, arenas,
yes.
Doing special events.
Mm-hmm.
I worked the Olympic Games in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
So I'm so happy and proud to be here and to be able to bring my experience to the already great team there at the Civic Center. They do a great job, and I'm just happy to be a part of the team and a part of the city of Port St. Lucie.
Oh, well, we are excited to have you. So your last came from Biloxi, really?
Yes.
Biloxi, Mississippi. So so you're still a Southern girl, right?
Right. And I worked in Tampa, St. Petersburg at the Bayfront Center Mahaffey Theater as a director of marketing. So I've been in Florida before and love the state and glad to be back. And I was most recently on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, doing festivals and events and major tourism programs there to attract new money into Mississippi through tourism programs and initiatives. So something certainly similar to what Port St. Lucie is doing and wants to do as far as attracting tourism to the county and to the city and through events at the Civic Center.
Yeah, and the Civic Center is a big part of that for the city of Port St. Lucie. So we are excited to have all of that knowledge come to our city. So the Port St. Lucie Civic Center, hopefully everyone knows where the Civic Center is. If you live in Port St. Lucie, I think most people know, but it's right off US 1. It's our major event center, really, for the city, but not just for the city, the whole Treasure Coast. It is an attractor for people all around this region.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the facility is averaging about 277 event days a year. It's a busy building.
That's very busy.
If you look at the point that there's only 365 days in a year, and we're doing 277 event days, and we're averaging about 180,000 people through the doors. That's a very busy building. And of course, that's in partnership with our relationship with the Parks and Recreation Department and what they're doing. They're doing a great job with the fitness center there. So it's truly a community building. It's a busy building. Just this past weekend, we had 1,200 people for the Treasure Coast Home Show. We recently had a sold-out show for the Edwards twins. As you know, we do a monthly concert series. That's a free event to the community, and that's part of our goals for the near future is to do more free events for our community. It is a community building. It belongs to the community, and we want the community to use it, whether it's for a wedding or a trade show or a meeting or a festival or coming to a concert. We want the community to continue to embrace the Civic Center, and we want to do more free events for the community so they can enjoy this beautiful landmark facility. Yeah,
so the Free Friday concert series, I'm glad you touched on that. The one thing I'd like to mention with that, and it's continuing, it's every month, but check the Civic Center calendar for the exact date, and the city's Facebook page, we always have stuff up about that. But that event goes on rain or shine, correct?
Yes, it does. And the next one, that's the beauty of the flexibility of the building, that we have that beautiful outdoor village square with a permanent stage. It has rigging points to fly sound and lights. So it's very user-friendly and very flexible. But if we get a rain shower or two, we can just simply move it inside the facility. In fact, the concert series coming on March 22nd with Tom Jackson. I believe he's been here in the past, and it was kind of a rain date, and we moved it inside. So hopefully the weather will be beautiful in March, and he's a big draw, and we're looking forward to having him come back to the Civic Center.
Yeah, he is. I do remember that day. That I think that's the only time that they've had to move it inside for his concert, and I want to get the word out though. So if it looks like it's going to be rainy again, it's a indoor outdoor experience. That's the great thing about the Civic Center, and don't change your plans. Come on out. Keep your
plenty of room and flexibility. I mean, we go from, you know, an 80 booth trade show this past weekend, and we're flipping the rooms, and we have a great team there. We've got to flip the rooms, clean the building, and get set for another event. So again, with the amount of activity we're doing, from a standpoint of, if you look at, you know, from walking through the door to the setup to the tear down to the cleanup to the promotion of it to the marketing of it to the contracting of these events, it's a busy building, it's a busy staff, they do a good job, and we're just looking forward to the future. There's still a lot of opportunity and potential there. Again, I'd like to see us get into some in-house event creation, to bring more events that are free to the community, because that's really what that building is all about, and the economic development of what that facility does, because many events that we do, people are staying in hotels, they're eating in restaurants, they're pumping gasoline, and they're paying sales tax. So that's the economic impact. We're creating jobs. We're developing relationships with businesses that rely and depend on the Civic Center.
Exactly.
All our small businesses here in the community. We want to do everything we can to spend all our money on goods and services locally. Yes. Because that in turn creates jobs locally, and generates sales tax. So that's the main mission of a facility like this, is not only to be a sense of community pride in their local Civic Center and being a community building, but also the economic impact that it brings to the city of Port St. Lucie.
Especially that eastern side of Port St. Lucie.
Exactly, exactly.
And another great thing that's happening is the Crosstown Parkway Bridge is, I mean, this year it'll be complete, and that hopefully will be a good boost for the Civic Center, because the people who live west can just hop on that crosstown, take the bridge, and be there in 10 minutes.
That's right, and that's right. It's about the ease of getting there, and that's all part of the event experience, because from the moment you leave your house to the moment you get through the event at the Civic Center and go home and drive back to your house, that's all a part of the event experience. So that's what we want for people, to have an enjoyable event, good customer service, good food, and have an enjoyable experience in their own hometown community building.
Exactly, because it's the ease of being able to park, it's the ease of traffic. Yeah, you're absolutely right. People don't think about that.
No,
but
they don't.
They think about, what you're doing when you're in the building, but no, you have to think.
Right.
You're thinking big picture here.
Exactly, exactly. And again, the potential for that building, I'm so excited about it, because it's so flexible, and we have such a good team there that there's a way that we can bring more events. We're targeting different events. We've joined the Florida Festival and Events Association. Oh, great. We've joined the National Association of Consumer Shows. I think there's a big market for the facility for consumer shows. We just did a major home show. We've got an antique show. We need to look at more consumer shows for the family and for kids. Yes. To be able to enjoy the Civic Center. So we're gonna streamline our marketing efforts. Okay. And not only that, but we're also going to increase the marketing efforts. We're working with the city's communications department to reskin and revamp our website. Yes. We're going to be doing a monthly newsletter. We're going to totally change some things we're doing marketing-wise. And then, of course, we're building very strong relationships on my level with the Chamber of Commerce in several of the cities and counties. We're working with the county's Tourism Development Council, and we're working with, we've got a couple of TV stations we're going to build a partnership with, as well as some radio stations. So this is how we create events, is building partnerships and relationships with the media, because they in turn can then be a part of it, helping us promote it and get the word out to the community. Exactly. Wonderful. Okay. So anything exciting coming up in the next few weeks that you are? We have a lot of good events. We have actually in the next 10 days, we have, I'm going to look on this paper right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the next 10 days, we have 8 events. That's great. Okay. Wonderful. So again, I don't think people realize how busy that building is.
And in some days it's multiple events. I mean, a lot of the times it's multiple events
absolutely
happening at the same time.
During the home show, we also had a big meeting going on for 400 people. So that shows you the flexibility of the facility, and the design of it. So February 20th, we have the community band. They're coming in with their Hollywood tunes to big band tunes. It's beautiful, beautiful orchestra. And I mentioned our antique show. That's coming back. That's actually it's coming twice a year now.
Oh, wonderful.
Because it's been so successful. It's a beautiful antique show.
Oh, great.
And then, of course, on the 24th, we have the bridal show, which is perfect to be in our building because we do so many weddings. I mean, it's a beautiful scene to do a wedding and a reception because you've got the back of the building with that beautiful view with the fountain and the water and plenty of parking.
And your wedding package, you offer a lot of flexible, different options for weddings. Very good pricing. It is really something. If you're looking to plan a wedding on the Treasure Coast, definitely look at the Civic Center.
Absolutely, and just the photography opportunities that you have for your wedding at that beautiful Civic Center.
Yeah, you have the fountain.
In the front and then in the back fountain area. It's just a beautiful place to take pictures for a wedding.
Because the building itself is very pretty.
Yes, it is.
So it is.
Yes, it is. Gorgeous. So, and then of course we have 2 private events. So, and that's the other thing that a lot of people hear about our public events, but you never really hear about our private events because they're private.
They're private.
But we have hundreds of those. So you won't hear about those. But again, it's a busy building, and the city of Port St. Lucie and the people involved in building that building and getting it working and design should be very proud of what they've done for this community because it is a true showpiece.
It really is. And like you said, it's flexible. You could do a wedding, but you're right. You do have a lot of private meetings in there. You have private dinners. You had a lot of holiday parties for local businesses that rented the space. So
That's right.
It's very, very flexible.
And something else, Sarah, I think people don't realize that it's a very affordable building to use. The rates that are set are actually they're market driven for our community and our population and our demographics and what our competition is doing. And that's something else that I think the perception is that it's too expensive, but it's really not.
No.
It's very affordable for what you get and the cost per square foot when you use a facility like this. And so and there are a lot of packages that we offer that makes it affordable and user-friendly. And so, if you look in terms of what other facilities are doing, we actually are at market rate or below market rate than our competitors have. And that's something that I really want people to understand too, is that we're a little bit different as a government agency because we work in a competitive market. So when people do events, they have a choice. If you compare that to, let's just say the utility department of the city. If you need utilities, service, there's no choice. You use a utility department. When you use a Civic Center event facility, you have a choice. You can take it somewhere else. Okay, so we operate in a very, very competitive marketplace. So whether we're competing with West Palm or the Kissimmee area or even north, the areas we have to compete with these other buildings to attract these events. So that's why aggressive marketing and pricing and being reasonable is a priority for me.
Okay, great.
In this facility to keep the lights on and keep the occupancy rate very high because then again we can work to ease the burden on the general fund for the facility.
That's great.
Buildings like this do not necessarily make money. They're not designed that way. They're built to be loss leaders. And facilities across the country have small deficits because it's about economic impact and having a facility that belongs to the community to be proud of.
Exactly.
And they're very expensive to operate. And so That's why they're built, though, is for economic impact and quality of life.
Yes, exactly. And to give our residents this building
A sense of community
Yes.
and a sense of pride.
Exactly.
And that's why we're there, and we're going to continue to do some things that are free to the community, and it's exciting.
And that's good to hear that that's a priority for you.
Absolutely.
To keep the free events coming.
The facility belongs to the people of Port St. Lucie, and we want them to use it, and we're going to do a lot of free events to make sure that they enjoy the facility that they own so they can be proud of it.
All right, so let's remind everyone, take advantage of the next free concert, which is March 24th. 24th. Come out and see the Tom Jackson Band, a great country music band, fun event.
Yes.
It will be
free event,
free,
fun.
Yep, free fun. No
Plenty of
pay,
parking.
you don't have to pay to park. You don't have to pay to get in.
That's right. That's right.
Have a good night out there.
That's right.
All right.
Come
Linda,
on out and see us.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Linda, for coming on.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it. We're so happy to have you in the city of Port St. Lucie, and I hope we can keep you coming on the
Yes, I
show
would love to.
regularly
I would love
give us
to.
some updates throughout the year about what's
Yes,
happening
absolutely. Love to be here.
out there. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. And we will be right back after these messages.